Clap it up. Hey, Shalom, Israel, the EISUPK, started 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under command of General Yohana. Spreading this truth since 1969. Since 1969. You know, letting our people know that we are the true Israelites of the Bible. Our oppressor is the devil. The Bible speaks of. You understand? We are you see the title. You know what I mean? We're gonna go in this part 2 of Real Baltimore with me in it. This part 2. You know what I mean? The destroying marijuana and Christianity at the same time. If you a weed head, more than likely you go to church, you wear the cross. You know what I mean? One of the things I want to bring this out because I don't even know how many people actually know this. Like marijuana has been first it was an enemy to the United States, then all of a sudden it became the best friend to the United States. You know what I'm saying? Marijuana, the name first it was hemp. It was hemp. It was just hemp. You know what I mean? And then they actually changed the name to marijuana because our Hispanic brothers and sisters was big on it. So they wanted to change the name to a more foreign name. So they actually changed. Marijuana is actually a Spanish word. You know what I mean? And they changed it to it. Just to make it seem exotic and not exotic in a good way, but to make people be like, man, that's wicked. That's not of America. You know what I mean? And so it was the name itself is put out to, you know what I mean, be a disadvantage to us. You know what I mean? It's not for us. But I'm noticing that brothers get high. You know what I mean? And they say, this is my medicine. This is what I need. You know what I mean? I'm going through things. But everybody just prescribes themselves. Nobody actually goes to the doctor to even get prescribed marijuana. And if you did, you know what I mean? If you're going through some things, why not just get the help?
Right.
But you got to be honest with yourself. You know what I mean? That you're letting that demon in you win. Like, you know what I mean? We don't know how to fight. Like the thing is, America has made us weak. We become so weak that we can't take certain elements, things that we go through. We don't want to fight that battle because you see online, you know what I mean, that marijuana is like just getting high weed is the fun thing to do. That even our children are doing it. Children, we started at what? Like 10, 11, you know what I mean? Smoking weed. You know what I mean? You see your friends doing it. You see family doing it. And your family, they love it so much. They like, yeah, you know what I mean? Go ahead and try it. And then after that, then now all of a sudden you got problems. Now you're like, man, I do this because, you know what I mean, I'm going through a lot. I ain't going to do a damn thing. You know what I mean? Like, it makes you weak. And that's the hard part about needing to stop marijuana because you smoking, now you numbing yourself. So now your brothers and sisters getting murdered on the streets. And, you know, how can we teach the next generation how to keep going? You know what I mean? Like, think back to, you know what I mean? You go back to slavery times, you know what I mean? They weren't getting high. They were fighting. They wanted to fight for something better. They hoped for something better. That's what got them through. They wasn't getting high.
Right.
You know what I mean? You got the civil rights movement that, you know what I mean, everybody fought through. They, you know what I mean? Like, we give in to whatever our oppressor tell us that we can do. Now they didn't legalize weed. And it's crazy because they legalized marijuana.
Right.
But you go on when you're on probation, now you can actually be locked up if you piss dirty. But they legalize it.
Right.
What the hell? What do you penalize for doing something that's legal for? You know, like, you know what I mean? Like, and of course, if you're a weed head, you know what I mean, you get locked up. But people get put, like, I know a brother that got locked up for carjacking. And he had to piss, you know what I mean, periodically for probation.
Right.
And like, it's like, yo, him stealing cars, what they got to do with the legalized marijuana that, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? It just, America is just, it ain't no good for us, man. You know what I mean? But if I could, so you got that.
Come. Proverbs chapter 16, verse 27. An ungodly man diggeth up evil.
So a lot of people don't really understand where marijuana is at in the Bible. When they talk about, like, you know what I mean, like where does it say that you can't do it? Like I'm gonna tell you this: Jeremiah 10:2 is the best example of you understanding that you shouldn't be smoking marijuana. Marijuana comes from the East Indian. Like they started that. You know what I mean? They got a whole story that's made up, a whole mythical story about, you know what I mean, some East Indian dude that got in an argument with his family and he ran into the field and he just started smoking the weed after that to make him feel better. Right. And now everybody do it. You know what I mean? Right. It's an East Indian trap, but the East Indians do it to get closer to their God. You understand? Like they do it to smoke to get to be a part of their God. You know what I mean? Or to be one with their God. Right. You understand? They smoke and that smoke supposed to go up and make them more spiritual and all that. You understand? And like I said, it's to another God. We don't supposed to do nothing that has nothing to do with no other God. You doing that, then you're going against the Most High God. You know what I'm saying? There's nothing in the Bible about you smoking weed. There's nothing in the Bible about you smoking anything. The Bible is it's not for you to smoke. It's not for smoking weed. It's not for getting high off edibles just for fun. It's none of that. You understand? So the scripture said, if you could say from the top. What's going on, Bakar? My man, what's going on? Appreciate you checking that out.
And in his lips there is as a burning fire.
And in his lips, so he digging up that evil. So this is the thing. Understand, weed is not evil itself. It's not evil. The weed, the seed, the plant itself is not evil. What you do with it makes it evil. You understand? And an ungodly man, which means there is no God in this man. He don't have the spirit of the Most High in him. The Most High is not with him. Right. You're an ungodly man. There's a godly man, and then there's an ungodly man. You're an ungodly man. You know what I mean? If you dig up of course, you got to dig up the plants. You got to dig them up. You understand? And in his lips, there is as a burning fire. Right. So you see somebody smoking. You know what I mean? However you smoke this, they do the weed like this. You smoking the weed, you smoke it. You know what I mean? Right. That fire is coming from your lips. If you see that fire, that flame from the blunt, that's fire between your lips. You inhale the smoke, which is crazy itself. Like it's just like smoking like cigarettes. Cigarettes on the package it says it'll kill you. It says, look, check this out. You can smoke with it. That demon is comfortable in you. You hitting the blunt. Now you just high. You just a nigga that's high. Right. You know what I mean? Now you I guess you feel better now. Your eyes low. Like, how is that even a thing? Like, niggas want to get high just to say how high they with you. Like, even the term stoner. Stoner just means like you just like a stone. You just like a rock. You worthless. You ain't doing nothing. Right. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like, even they got 420. They got a holiday for this shit. Even 420 was created by some white boys at a high school that, you know what I mean, it was 420. I think they was called the Waldorf boys, something like that, because they stood on the wall and got high. They just linked up against the wall and got high. Right. You know what I mean? Like, everything about it is stoner or stonerish, or just you for nothing. What we got, sir? Oh, Bakar, what's going on with it? What would he say? Like you said, you're gonna say, you gotta say, but it comes from the earth, as if crack, cocaine, meth, flint, and fentanyl comes from a different plant or some shit like that. Right. Yeah, ain't never lie. Yeah, every medicine comes from a plant. Like, I ain't gonna say every medicine. Damn near all the medicines come from a plant. Right. You know what I mean? Like a lot of the pain medicines, you got all types of, you know what I mean, all types of roots and everything that come from the earth. Nobody smokes them. You know why? Because they don't get you high. If you feel it, nobody say like, dang, my back hurt, man. I gotta get me some burdock root. You know what I mean? Nobody say, you know, I gotta get some poison ivy. You know what I mean? Right. My thigh got a mark on it. Like, nobody ever say nothing like that. Because you know what? Because you don't know if it'll get you high. Right. You don't give a shit if it make you feel better. You know what I mean? Who cares about it? You want to be high. You smoke because you want to forget that you might got a problem. You know what I mean? You ain't worried about the actual thing, the problem. You want to be high. That's what it is. Like, I would love a weed head to, you know what I mean, chime in and say, like, no, that ain't it. You know what I mean? You just want to be high. Like, that's what it is. Like I've smoked before I know what it is. Like, you know what I mean? Like that's like I've been given, you know what I mean? What's that? What they give you when you got pains? That ran them up. The white people we fighting against it. God damn. My brain was just taking it. That's crazy.
Oh,
That's crazy.
I know what you're talking about.
Anybody said it? Nope. Yeah, anybody know what's the God, I want Oxycontin. God dang.
Right.
Oxycontin. I've had Oxycontin before. I got in a real bad car accident before, and it felt too good.
Right.
I said, damn. Like it felt so good. I was like, yo, I can get used to this.
Right.
And I stopped. And I wasn't in the truth at the time. But I know, like, that's the thing. That's one that, like, the scriptures say, you know what I mean? Things that were written the full time before I learned it. This the thing. You, even in life, when you get outside of the scriptures, there's really no stories in the scriptures about junkies. But we know that junkies, you see junkies. Everybody that grew up in the hood, you know what a junkie looks like.
Right.
Why the hell would you want to be the next generation of that? Right. Like, you know what they do. You know how the life it is of a junkie. Why the hell would you want to recreate it? You know what I'm saying?
Well, you know, that was almost like the brother that was in the cemetery. Having those demons in him.
Right.
You understand? So even when even as a junkie, that's a demon that's in you. So the representation is the same.
Right.
It may not have been a drug,
right,
but the demon is all the same. You understand? And the demons are there to destroy us. You understand? The demon is there to end your life and make you start over again.
Right.
You understand?
Right. Okay.
Never to complete your task. So you come and you begin to experiment, and then all of a sudden your life is ended. Now the demon has jumped off and you watched you die, and now you got to start all the way back over again.
Mm-hmm.
Understand? So
now and that's actually the point, because we don't realize how much, like, and that's the thing, like, that's why the scriptures are so important, because the scriptures let us know the job of these demons. Like Satan and the demons is who against us. Like I said, and I said this before, like, you gotta look at Satan as that homeboy that's don't like nobody that you cool with.
Right.
Everybody that you cool with, he like, yo, he is a clown. I don't like that. Yo, you like I guarantee you, yo, man, weird. I promise you that. Like everything, you know what I mean? Like that's who you gotta think of Satan is. Right. That's how he is to the Most High. He's speaking to the Most High, letting him know, like, yo, don't mess with this nigga. Like, he's soft. I promise you, he's soft. Right. I guarantee you, if I jump up in his face, I promise you, he ain't gonna do nothing. I smack him. I bet you he ain't gonna hit me back. That's Satan.
Yeah. And
that's how you gotta look at it. And you gotta think about it. And the demons are right underneath him. The demons, they're gonna destroy your life. And that's what they do with the marijuana. They destroy your life with the weed. If you smoking weed, your life, you might think like, yeah, everything go good when I smoke weed. You don't realize how much the demons aren't coming against you with anything else in your life, because you're a weed head. Right. You perfect to destroy everybody else underneath you that might look up to you a little bit. Yep. So that's why, like, you look at people like Jay-Z, like all these rappers that get big, like, yeah, they doing good because they in the forefront, and now they just gonna weed out and bring in the rest of the dummies.
Right.
Now they get to see, all right, who else lame like him? Like, you know what I mean? And now we fall right underneath, and we smoking, we doing all the new drugs. Every new drug that, you know what I mean, these young dudes get into, you know what I mean, is all the stuff that'll kill you if you know what I mean, if you take it by itself. Like, they mix all these things together, and somehow they say, like, man, you can't even have these things by itself. Like, look at the fentanyl. They putting fentanyl is in the weed now. Like, yo, young brothers is junkies now. Like, young, strong looking brothers is weed heads, and they don't, and that's the hard part about it, is they don't realize that they addicted. Like, you are addicted. They always say that they can stop at any time, but they never stop. They never put it to the test because they can't, because that demon in them it's not even second thought. And the thing is, you never know that the demon is beating your ass, because the demon sounds just like you. The thoughts are just all yours. You understand? Like that's what you need to understand that. You understand? You're gonna it's never good for you. You know what I mean? To fight this fight by yourself. You understand? Let me get Exodus chapter 22 and 18, so if I could. You understand? Like the Most High been put in place everything to stop us from falling victim. Because in Egypt, yeah, they was getting high. You know what I mean? They was getting high, and the Most High said, like, none of that is gonna happen in the king. Like, none of that's gonna happen with us. You know what I mean? That's our Father. He don't want us to be involved with none of that. So if you involved or dealing with any of it, you know what I mean? Like the Most High is against it. You understand? Yeah, you got that from yourself?
Come on. Exodus chapter 22, verse 18. Thou shalt not suffer a witch to live.
Thou shalt not suffer. Thou shalt not allow a witch to live. You understand? You know what that means? It say you shall not allow a witch to live. A witch is, if you can look, and matter of fact, I think the Greek word for witch is like farmer. It's like a abbreviation, or not another variation of the word pharmacy, which you know what I mean, which is someone that deals with drugs, medicine, right, all that. You understand? You got to realize that's what a witch is. A witch is someone that puts medicines together, puts together a potion, puts together things that make you go crazy. Like think about it, you know what I mean? I always think back to like Gargamel. Yeah, you know what I mean? Yeah.
Stirring a cold.
Man, you stirring it up, you know what I mean? It's and the sad thing about life today is that we big up all the dumb shit.
Right.
Like we big up, like people big up being sinners. People big up being sinners. Like they got the movie Sinners. You know, like people got songs, but they you know what I mean? Yeah, I know I'm a sinner, but I'm doing my thing. Like, you know what I mean? Yeah. That's not nobody. That was just me. But the thing is, like, you know what? Like, people big up being against God.
Right.
And people, and it's Christian.
Or being evil.
Being evil. Come on. They said when you trying to get a girl or you want to hook up with somebody, you go out late night, they call it demon time.
Right.
Like, we love it. We think that shit cool. We think it's cool to be evil, wicked, you know what I mean, demons, you know what I mean, to be on demon time, to be high, to be, you know what I mean, to be all dumbed out in the way as though you ain't no good for nobody. You can't help nobody in no situation, not even yourself. That's what the life of a junkie is. You know what I mean? That's why the Most High said, don't allow them to live. He said, don't suffer them to live, which means translates to, kill them niggas. Yeah. Anybody out here selling my people drugs, kill them. Anybody out here making up drugs, anybody out here, the connect, kill the connect. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't allow none of that. Don't allow none of them to live. I want my people to be good. I don't want my people to be junkies. I look at sometimes like older sisters that I see, and I can see that they used to be attractive. I can see that they used to be attractive. I can see it. Like I see when we downtown, we down Lexington Market, we doing camp. Sometimes I just get zoned. I be looking at Matt like, yo, damn, she probably was nice back before she got addicted. Man, that's sad. And she just walking around just
zoned
out. They still be trying to look good. It ain't working no more, but I can see that there was potential at some point.
Right.
Now you didn't destroy yourself. You know what I'm saying? You can see some brothers, you know what I mean? They look like, he used to, damn, my man, he probably had some women back in his time.
Right, had it going on.
Yeah, had it going on. But this drugs destroyed them, man. They destroy us. Like, it's like, you ever watch the documentary? If anybody get a chance, watch the documentary on Netflix. Netflix, I think it's called Crack.
Mm-hmm.
The joint, it'll make you cry. It depends on the brother. I ain't gonna hold it. Like, it made my eyes water.
Right.
It was sad. Like, it's sad, man. You watch man, they got story. They got sisters, children being taken from. You get the kids, they crying like, "Mommy, no, I don't want to take my mother." They ain't got no clothes on. The police pushing them back like, "Nah, it's shit." Women, they telling their stories. It's always the worst for the women because women, they so frail. Like, you know what I mean? You think about the stuff that, you know what I mean, like back in the Psalms and all the stories, like how in the Bible about how women were so precious that their feet didn't touch the ground. And now our women are on the damn ground looking for crack. They doing all types of disgustingness to get high.
You look at Salaki. Look at it. They are the weaker vessel.
Exactly.
So when you put them in a condition like that, it really tears them down. And it's a vessel This is a person that you protect, and now all of the protection is gone because once you begin on that trail right there, you know, basically a lot of people leave. So now, not only is she the weaker vessel, but unprotected, right? You know,
right.
And you're unprotected when you're on crack. You're unprotected when you're on Oxycontin, or you understand what they Molly's and all of that type of stuff,
yeah,
pills and things like that. You get told as a woman, you get 80% higher risk and higher chances of being taken advantage of.
Yeah,
as a woman.
Okay.
You understand what I'm saying? Because people, of course, just like you said, we look at our women like, you know, they were in a position at one point where you wouldn't even want to see them put their feet on the ground.
Right.
And now they've lost that covering. And once you lose that covering, all of the beasts take advantage. You understand? That's just like a lost calf. A lion seeing a lost calf. You're like, oh, this is a free meal right here.
Right.
You understand? So
okay. That was it.
Yeah, that was it.
That's heavy. Like we gotta realize that we need to protect us. You know what I mean? As a whole, we need to protect us. You know what I'm saying? Let me get 1 Corinthians chapter 3, verse 16. Don't want that? Yeah, we can get that.
1 Corinthians chapter 3, verse 16. Know ye not that ye are the temple of the Most High?
Understand that ye are the temple of God. That statement right there, it needs to sit with you. You understand? You are the temple of the Most High. Understand that. Go ahead, sir.
And that the Spirit of the Most High dwelleth in you.
So the Spirit of the Most High is dwelling in you. You understand? You are the temple. You are the temple. You are the home of the Spirit. You know what I mean? That Spirit is in you. You know what I'm saying? That your body is a temple. It's not yours. You understand? No matter, I don't give a shit what all these women say. You know what I mean? My body, my choice. It's not your choice. You understand? This is a loner. You know how many times we done been here on earth?
Right.
We, you know what I mean? That regeneration is real. This is not, you cannot destroy this body by, you know what I mean, with all these drugs and things that, you know what I mean, that make you feel better about the hell you in. You supposed to be in hell. You supposed to suffer because we hard-headed. Like this is what we've been sentenced to America. You can't just be here or, you know what I mean? The scriptures say this is not your rest. You can't be comfortable here. You can't be just thinking, you know what I mean? Man, everything is all good. I'm gonna just get high a little bit. Things getting a little tough for me. You know, I gotta smoke tonight. I gotta smoke. You know what I mean? When I get off work, I gotta smoke. You know what I mean? You can't. You gotta take that pain. You understand? But how the hell you gonna learn if you don't get the ass whooping? That's, you know what I mean, that we ask for. We constantly against God. So God punishes us because we against him. But you can't be trying to escape this shit by getting high. You understand? Because you ain't doing nothing but pissing off the Most High more. You adding sin on top of sin. We didn't already sin and put ourselves in this condition. And now you're against God by destroying the temple. You understand? Go ahead, sir. And here's your punishment right here. Go ahead. Verse 17.
Verse
17.
Okay. Verse 17. If any man defile the temple of God.
So if any man defile the temple of God, if you decide to put smoke inside of your body, which kills you, like just look up what the hell happened. People don't die from fires in houses when they die in a house fire. They die from the inhalation of the smoke. You die from the smoke. That's what kills you.
Right.
You know what I mean? If you don't burn up, you know what I mean? Like, you'll die from the smoke. Go ahead, sir.
Him shall God destroy.
Him shall God destroy. You understand? And people think like, yo, because you ain't dying. Everybody ain't dying every day. You think that you going to be all right. Like, nah, the Most High is going to destroy. We don't even know what the hell being destroyed looks like. Because you think the weed ain't got nothing to do with it. You think it's something else. But that's the thing. If the weed directly doesn't destroy you, the Most High is going to destroy you in another way. You understand? Go ahead, sir.
For the temple of God is holy.
You're supposed to be different outside of everybody else. That's why the Most High said, kill any drug dealer. Yeah, man. I know we like to look at hustlers as the, you know what I mean? That's the you hard if you out here hustling, you making it, you out here doing it. The Most High said, nah, ain't no hustlers for my people. You don't be a hustler and don't sell to my people.
Right.
You understand? Go ahead, sir.
Which temple are ye?
You understand? You supposed to be holy and different and separate outside of the rest of these people. We've been sent here, but the Most High said, don't do what these people do. Yeah, I'm gonna send you under these people, but you don't do what they do. You're here to be punished, to learn your lesson. He put a people that are not a people over us because we don't listen. Like we had everything is supposed to be beautiful. It's supposed to be set up for us, you know what I'm saying? But we messed all that up. You understand? We destroyed everything that the Most High set up for us. Go ahead, sir.
Verse 18. Let no man deceive himself.
You deceive yourself when you think like, yo, I'm just smoking a little bit. What the hell does got to do? How is this hurting anybody? You understand? I remember Chris Rock. He said, like with the dietary laws, he made a joke before. He said, I doubt that when I get up to heaven, my diet's gonna come into question. He said, you know, man, I'm gonna say, God, you know, man, I saved a bunch of kids, but I did eat pork, and they're going, you know what I mean? Now I'm going to hell. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, we put the things on a small level that people say a lot about that we don't even know. And what I mean is, like, if you don't read the scriptures and you don't study yourself, scriptures say study to show thyself approved. In the world, I didn't think nothing up. When he said that, I was like, damn, hell yeah. That's a good ass point. What do it matter if I eat some pork? I'm eating this. What does this got to do with God? You know what I mean? I'm gonna just be a good person. I'm gonna pray over this shit, and I'm good at it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? That's because you don't study to show yourself approved.
Right.
And that's how you can deceive yourself. Don't deceive yourself, man. You understand? Go ahead, sir.
If any man among ye seemeth to be wise in this world.
So we always look to people that don't know a damn thing we look at them and assume that they are the wise. We assume that they are the ones that know something when they don't know nothing. You understand? We think that they so wise and they know everything. That's why, you know what I mean, scripture say the Most High, he didn't give the scripture he didn't give this truth to the wise and prudent.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because they corny with it. You think about people like Candace Owens and, you know what I mean, all these super smart people, you know what I mean? They what she do? You got a white man.
Right.
And all the people that we look at that's supposed to be so anti-black. I mean, I'm not anti-black. They are pro-black.
Right.
They love they with the other nations.
Well, think of Salaki. If I think about this, right? You just said about Chris Rock. If he get up to heaven and all of a sudden he save a bunch of kids, his diet gonna come into play, right? But think about this, right? Chris Rock not even in a position to save any of his people. You understand? Because just like you said, he hanging around oppressors.
Right.
You understand? So he's not going to ever be in a position to save anybody. And then thing about it is, let's talk about what he's talking about saving. You understand? Who do we need to be saved from?
Yeah.
When is Chris Rock going to speak up and save his people from the oppressor?
Right.
When is he going to stand up and do anything? You understand? So yes, his diet is going to come into play. Not only that, he ain't saving nobody.
Right.
So
right.
Yeah, he was half right on that. His diet is going to come up.
Right.
But he ain't gonna have no children on his list to say he saved.
Right.
Because he ain't in a position to save anybody. He ain't even in position. He ain't even prepared to save himself.
Right.
Because of the dietary law. You understand? So he's already doomed.
Okay. But shows he don't read the Bible at all.
At all. He read it enough to know that he shouldn't eat pork, but what does he say? He still eats pork anyway.
Right.
You understand?
Yeah.
So he ain't gonna save nobody. Yeah. He can't even save himself.
Because if you're a Christian, all you know is the stories and the traditions that's been handed down to you. You don't even read the Bible. Like when I was in the world, I didn't read the Bible. I glanced over it a little bit, but I didn't read the Bible. Everything if somebody told me some shit, that was true.
Right.
I don't give a damn who. So some bum can tell me. I'm like, damn, that must be God.
Yeah,
But
I know it's right because it sounds good.
Man, what? If you know the stories in the Bible, I believe.
You're not in the truth. Everything sounds good.
Exactly. Okay. Sir. If I could, let me
You want to go at 19?
we can get 19.
I mean, you want it?
I want to wait. I forgot what it was, but let's.
No.
You said it? What is it? What is that?
Foolishness of the world.
Oh no, yeah, we can get that. No, yeah, slide.
Verse 9, 1 Corinthians chapter 3, verse 19. For the wisdom of this world is foolishness.
Man, you think
with God.
Everybody think that they got knowledge of God. Everybody think that everybody is so smart on what it is that we need to do. Everybody, the Mayans, they thought that they just knew what it was about the world going in the year 2000. Everybody is so wise and know everything, but it's just a bunch of foolishness. You understand? Like everybody feel like, like back to the Pharisees and Sadducees when they thought they were so wise, and when they got pissed off at Yahushua because him and the disciples came in and didn't wash their hands. Yahushua checked them like, yo, what do you worry about my men washing their hands for? Oh, because germs gonna kill us, right? Now, what about you not following God's laws? That's what's gonna kill you.
Right.
Once you worry about that, that's what you. Once y'all get yourselves together and keep the laws, instead of worrying about my men out here not washing their hands. They ain't what the man put in his mouth that won't defile. What will come out of his mouth? You understand that defiles them. And everything that came out their mouth was defiling them, and and people that listen to them. Right. You understand? Like everybody think they so wise, but you're not. You know what I mean? Like you're not. Wisdom comes from out of the scriptures, man. You understand? Like knowing how to live for God, living how the one that created you. You know what I mean? We watch our debates, about people they talking about laws and states and all of these things that help govern these lands that don't give a damn about you. You know what I'm saying? We fight for the vote. We fight, for the sit at the counter with these people. We fight to be one with these people. These people we looked at as so wise. Martin Luther King and all of them, we thought they were so wise. But at the end of his life, his last speech, he was saying, I led my people to a burning building.
Right.
You understand? And now we smoking off all the smoke that, from the building he let us in. And now we getting high off of it. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead, sir.
It says, for it is written, he taketh the wise in their own craftiness.
Yeah, man. Everybody, you think you wise, and Most High, he gonna take you out in it. Look at Charlie Kirk. He thought he was so wise. He got everything to say against black people. What happened to him? Right. Got took out by a white boy.
Right.
That's crazy.
Cunningness that he destroys them in their cunningness.
Guns,
their craftiness, just like you said, their wisdom. They believe they're smart, but they're not. Understand? That slickness, that slyness. That's how politicians. That's a politician. You understand? And this is the reason why a lot of these politicians are falling. The Most High is destroying them in their own craftiness. You understand? And that wickedness that they live up under. And I'm speaking about our people. You understand? Living up under the oppressor. Right. Believing that being with the oppressor is better than being with your own people.
Yeah. And they be the ones that we look up to. Right. That we swear is the one. That's he the one going to change everything. You know what I mean? He the one. He going to do right. We believe in all of them. And everything be exactly the same way it is. Right. You know what I'm saying? Like the neighborhoods is still the same.
It's still the same.
You know what I'm saying? The only time neighborhoods change when they knock down the houses to build, build John Hopkins up.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? The neighborhood I grew up on, the whole block is gone now.
Yeah.
John Hopkins
Chase.
Patrick Clark, man, it's gone. You know what I mean? I say, dang. You know what I mean? Like that's what when we look up to these people. And we the only one. And the thing is, these oppressors, these heathens, they know who we are.
Right.
We the only ones that don't know it. They know how to keep us down. You know what I mean? Like they know how they know what they know what keeps them up. You know what I mean? They know as long like the scripture say, you know what I mean? Jacob is the beginning,
Yep.
Esau is the end, Jacob I'm paraphrasing,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? But they know once it's done for them, it's up for us.
Right.
But we ain't gonna never get up because why? Shit, the only up we know is getting high.
Right.
We high. You know what I mean? We don't care about none of that. Like we don't care about none of that. Like think about this. People that we know that then passed away, we should want this, like that's why I believing in understanding. I ain't gonna say believing in because it's real. Like understanding regeneration is so important because you realize this, you know what I mean, and you know what I mean. Shout out to Captain Award and this from him, you know what I mean, which is so heavy. We gotta make a better world for when they come back.
Right.
Like you know what I mean, and you can't build a better world or build nothing if we just sitting around, you know what I mean, waiting to get high again. Like I feel like if you get high, your next thought is just really when I'm gonna get high again.
Right.
That's it. That's all it is. You know what I'm saying? Let me get this. We can stop with this one. Let me get Judah chapter 5 verse 20, sir. I know you appreciate that.
You say Judith.
Come on, Judah chapter 5 verse 20.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, like you know what I mean, like we need to realize that we got hella potential, man. Like we got potential. Like we come from a line of warriors. You understand? We come from a line of a bloodline of just the most badass. Like even when you get down to the wicked of us, think about King Saul. King Saul. When he was looking for King David, when he was trying to get him, and he was King David was dealing with Micah,
Right.
and she kept saying they was coming into the room to see where he at. She kept saying he sleep. You know what I mean? She just kept they go back to King Saul like he sleep. He you know what I mean? I think they did it like 3 times.
Uh-huh.
The third time they went back to King Saul, they said, look, she said he's sick. He in the bed. He said, man, fuck that. Bring me the bed. Bring him in the bed.
Right.
Man, damn all that. You know, I don't want to keep hearing that, he in the bed sleep. You know what I mean? Like, that's like, we come from a line like that where it's like, you ain't going to play with me.
Right.
Keep playing with me. You understand? Like, King David he said he had an opportunity to, what happened with he wanted to take a drink of the clean water.
Mm-hmm.
And I think he had some soldiers that didn't make it over the river with him.
Right.
He said, man, I don't want none of this until all my soldiers make it over.
Right.
And I'm paraphrasing and destroying that script, but it's so heavy. Like King David was that. You know what I'm saying? Like our King Yahushua was that.
Right.
He came, man. He felt the fear beating him down at the end.
Right.
And he said, you know what? I'm gonna do this for my people. You know what I mean? Like that's where we come from. These are the people that love us.
Right.
They love us. You understand? Like this is who we come from, and we like every time we like wanting to be joined in with these people beat us down. You understand? It keeps us down. You know what I mean? They make weed legal, and now we smoking it everywhere. You know what I mean? Like you got pastors smoking. You know what I mean? Like marijuana ain't no good for none of us.
Pastor smoking and selling.
The pastor's smoking and selling the weed. Good night. You understand?
That was Jamal Bryant trying to convince
Jamal Bryant, right? Hell yeah. They probably got weed fields, you know what I mean? The back at certain special buildings they got, like they rubbing elbows with our oppressor. You understand? To come up. You got the scriptures up?
Come. Judith chapter 5, verse 20. Now therefore, my Lord and Governor.
Let me give you a backdrop because this is Moab going to both of these are heathens. He going to this governor, this king, ever so respectfully, going to him and trying to give him the word on when to attack us, if he should attack us, you know what I mean, due to certain circumstances. You know what I mean? I don't want to give rest away, but that's what it is. Go ahead, sir.
if there be any error against this people.
So this people is us. He said there be any error against this people. They out there getting high. You know what I mean? They out there selling weed. They selling drugs. They getting out of opium. You know what I mean? Off anything. They doing whatever they want to do. They, you know what I mean? They sleeping with white women. You understand? They hating their brother. They hating each other. They out there fighting. You know what I mean? They fighting over blocks. You know what I mean? They fighting over certain points of neighborhood. They ain't even fighting over the whole block. They fighting over, you know what I mean? You got downtown, everybody out there selling weed. You know what I mean? You can't go into a corner store downtown without catching a little bit of a contact.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like they killing the kids, man. It's a terrible story in Essex, man. This joint didn't made the I know it was on the radio at least. Man, a couple young dudes took a dog from a little girl. Took a dog from a little girl, traumatized that baby girl,
right.
Snatched it, to take a dog. Like this is what this is what our young men doing. You know what I mean? And we giving them drugs. We thinking it's cool to give them, you know what I mean, getting high. You know what I'm saying? Like our nation is doing the most. We so in error. Go ahead, sir.
And they sin against their God.
And they sin against their God, which is what we doing. We sin against our God. Like I said, we go outside the scriptures and do things to make us feel better. Like having a drink is lawful. You can't be an alcoholic. Calling your brother up is lawful. When you got an issue, you got a problem, call your brother.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like there's brotherhood is a weapon. You understand? Do that. Go ahead, sir.
Let us consider that this shall be their ruin.
That's their ruin right there. If they out here doing everything against God, that's their ruin. How you can't look around and see that we ruined? Us as a nation, we are ruined. Our people are down bad. You know what I mean? Like the neighborhoods look crazy. Our people are down bad, man. We are in ruins. You know what I'm saying? You ever see like the statues, the castles and all that used to be great and big, and now they all broke up. Look at North Avenue.
Right.
All the houses on North Avenue, they ruins. That's what we are. We are ruins. You understand? Go ahead, sir. You good? Let me get it.
No, I got it. Let us consider that this shall be their ruin, and let us go up, and we shall overcome them.
So they know that if they come up against us, if they come into our neighborhoods with a plan, if they decide to drop drugs in our neighborhoods where it wasn't flooded with drugs, if they decide they can flood out with drugs with with weed, not even just weed, with drugs, period. You know what I mean? They're gonna get the fentanyl, because fentanyl is that's the new thing right there.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you know what I mean? People getting high off the fentanyl, like the crack and all that is kind of dying down. It's really the fentanyl that's the hitter right there.
Right.
That's where it's at. You know what I'm saying? They decide that they want to put that in our neighborhood, it's gonna do numbers. You understand? It ain't no black people who got no boats to be able to get this shit, get it over here.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? The Asians, the China is coming from there. That's where the fentanyl at. The Asians got the fentanyl coming over here.
Right.
But guess what? They don't get targeted like our Hispanic brothers. You know what I mean? Brothers and sisters.
Right.
And you know why? Because they the connect. The Chinese, they bringing it over. You understand? But they don't get hit like we get hit. You know why? Because we are in error. They don't have the laws. We got the laws. The Most High gave us the laws. Go ahead, sir.
Verse 21. But if there be no iniquity in their nation.
But if we ain't doing none of these things, man, if we listening to it, we coming to class, you know, we putting on all black, we getting in class, the sisters is they listening, you know what I mean? They not being monsters in the house, you know what I mean? They not following the other sisters, sleeping with each other, sleeping with other men. As long as the brothers out here, they in all black, they not sleeping with another brother's woman. You understand? They not out here selling drugs. We not out here pulling guns on each other. You know what I mean? Taking lives. Like, who the hell told you could take a life, man? Like, who gave you permission to take a life? Why we think it's so easy? It's just to take a life, to take a person out of here. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead, sir.
let my Lord now pass by.
He said, check this out. If they not doing no wrong, man, you better let them people go. You understand? You don't know about them stories about them people? You better let them. Don't bother them. I promise you, sir. Please, my Lord and Governor. Please. He can probably got on his knees. Please. I know they go. I know what the Most High do. Go ahead, sir.
Least their Lord defend them.
Man, if our Lord will defend us. We don't give them a chance to defend us, though. We always take vengeance in our own hands. You understand? We don't know what it looked like for the Most High to take vengeance on us. Go ahead.
And their God be for them.
Go ahead.
And we become a reproach before all the world.
Man, he said we're gonna look like a clown. We're gonna look stupid to the whole world because we decided to go up against this righteous people that aren't doing anything, ain't doing nothing but following their laws of their God and doing right by the Most High. You understand? And with that, I pass the class over to Preaching Officer 1000, Officer Matham. Right long.
Right. Security announcements. We're the ISUPK out of 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under Commanding General Yohana. New rules for brothers and sisters. Silakia. Rules for new brothers and sisters. When a new brother or sister comes into the school, they are off limits for 6 months. They are to be saluted only. They are here to shed themselves of the world. After 6 months, if a brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or sister. There's another 6 months in which the brother or sister will court each other. After this 6-month period, the brother or sister will get permission from the head to marry. Tithes, which is a commandment. You can find this in Numbers 18:21, Malachi 3:8-10, means 10th in the Hebrew, and is pronounced ma'ashra. A 10th of every penny of any increase the Lord gives you, give to the Treasury Department or teacher. Preach fund, free will offering, not mandatory, whatsoever amount you would like to give. Up and coming holy convocation. If I'm not, it's the memorial blowing of the trumpets. Let's see here. Let's say remind Akim Akwathi to check on social media such as ISUPK.com, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and so on for ISUPK events and material. If a brother wants to be a trooper in the school, he has to start wearing all black, which include black boots, pants, shirts, headband, and scarf. And with that, we're going to give one courtesy salute to the teacher, men of Israel, Imajim Shabbat, Imajim Barak, Yahaba Shimi Al-Shabbat, Yadi Matah, Saw, turn, face the sisters. Brother, we're going to give one courtesy salute to the sisters, men of Israel, Imajim Shabbat, Imajim Barak, Yahal Shema Thamba Shim Yahweh Yadi Matah. Class dismissed.
Hey, listen, brothers and sisters, man. If you like what you hear, hit the subscribe button, man. Subscribe to this channel. And also, please go to ISUPK.com and pay your tithe. Drop me some cash so we can move around this planet like we need to, man, and do the things we need to do.
They're 1 West. They're 1 West. They're 1 West.